Okay, so now let's go ahead and sort of put all of these items inside a select box. So in order to create a select box, first of all, you need to go ahead and set up a form inside this particular HTML body. So let's type in the form tag, and the action for this is going to be just empty as of now. And now, as we are creating a form, you also need to include the CSRF token as well. So I will say CSRF underscore token. And after that, now what you need to do is that you now need to go ahead and create a select box in here. So in order to create a select box can be created using a select tag. So this is the select tag right here. And as of now, we won't be having any name or ID for this particular select box. So once you have the select box, and once you go back here and hit refresh, as you can see, you will get an empty select box right up over here, which does not contain any of the option. So now what we want to do is that we want to be able to add options over here inside this particular select box. In case of options, we want these items to be the options for the select box, and henceforth, in order to do that, what we will do is that we'll type in the option tag here, and each option here is going to have a value. Now, in place of values, we actually want to display the food name up over here. So how can we exactly go ahead and do that? So in order to do that, first of all, you actually need to loop through each food item. And in order to loop through the item, we need to go ahead and use the for loop, which we have here. So I will simply go ahead, copy this, go right before the option, because obviously we want to loop through each item for every single option. And I will make sure to end this right after the option tag ends. And now, once this option is inside the loop, we can now have access to each food item inside the option value. So I will say dot name here, and I will also display the name up over here as well. So I will say food dot name. So now once you go ahead, save that, once you go back and hit refresh, as you can see, now you have these items up over here, and you can select any one of these items which you want. So that means now these items which we had here are now shifted up over here, and therefore we can actually get rid of this code right here. So that's all fine and good. Now the next job which we need to do here is that now we want the user to be able to select these options. And once the user selects this option, and let's say we have a add button in here, so whenever the user actually clicks that add button, what we essentially want to do is that we want to add that particular item to the user's consumption list. So the problem here is that, let's say if your application is going to be used by multiple users, let's say 100 users, if not 1,000 users. So the challenge here is that whatever food item which we will be adding to the consumption list, or the list of the foods which the user has consumed, we need to maintain a different list for each user. So how exactly are we going to do that? So in order to do that, what we want to do is that we first want to go ahead and associate each food item with each user. So let's say, for example, if user 1 is logged in. So if user 1 is logged in, and if the user 1 select eggs, and if he clicks on add, then we need to make sure that eggs are only added to user 1's account and not user 2's account. And now let's say the user 2 actually logs in, and if he checks his consumption list, his list should actually be empty. However, if the user 2 selects oats, and if he clicks on the add button, this item should be only added to user 2's consumption list. So this is the core challenge, or the core problem of this entire project, that is how to associate a user with each item and how to actually add these items to their list. So in the upcoming lecture, we will actually go ahead and create a different model which will save the food consumed, and it will also save by which user the food is consumed. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.